Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, think we're good. Okay, good morning. Good morning, Rachel. Are you there? Is she on YouTube? No, I don't see her. I don't know where she is, but okay. So you can tell her I am live, but so you can probably come a little forward to me. So we're gonna foundation Tai Chi starts now. Okay, we always first warm up your 7 stars. So your 7 stars are your joints and your spine. So ankle, wrist, knee, elbow, hip, shoulder. See? Okay, and then spine. Because later you're gonna notice the synergy between the way I said it. Okay, so let's first warm up and start with your ankles. It's crooked. Okay.
It goes that way.
Huh? Oh. All right, this is dangerous. Last time we were doing this, the whole thing fell down along with, because this is crooked. All right, let's get off that. Let's get straight. Okay. Let's see again. Anytime we will have technical stuff, it's a bit of a distracting. We just need to set it good one time. I am not a tech guru here. Stay. Yes. Okay, let's do it. Warm up. She's still not there. I don't know where she is. She need to find it. This is a pre-scheduled one. It's already having a title. It says Foundation Tai Chi, Wednesday 9 to 10. She needs to go to the YouTube live tab. Not to go to Qigong one. There's also a Qigong one. Go to Tai Chi. All right. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Ankle rotation. Okay. This is where you count. You have a study sheet on the counting. All the students in the group count. Okay, they take turn to count the other ankle. Yeah, Nancy, go ahead. Reverse. Oh, keep going. 9, 8, 9, 10. So you have that info sheet you're gonna study, and getting younger and sharper of the mind. And knee rotation. I mean, when is Gabe gonna count? Go ahead. 3, 4, 5 reverse. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reverse. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hips. Same thing. 1. So the warm up. Yeah. So loosening your 7 stars. Prepare for training. Oh, I did not reverse. So you usually we're counting to 10 and 5 each direction if it's this situation. And if it's sometimes you do the left and the right, like your shoulder of the stars, then we do a single arm and then the other arm. So after 6 times, which is 3 and 3, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we do both of them together. So that's how this counting is going. All right. So that's our. All right. Somebody's there. 7 people. Okay. So hello. All right. We're warming up. So join in. Jump in to finish the 7 stars. So we did the hips, and we're moving on to our spine. Spine start with your tailbone. Okay, so isolate your tailbone. Find your tailbone, isolate it, and we're gonna do rotation. Often we do rotation. Okay, so you're gonna rotate your tailbone as if you're tracing a circle on the floor with it. So the body does not look like moving because you isolate to your tailbone to do this rotation. And say you did 5 one direction and you do the other direction. Even a very minor rotation is fine. Just so you see, you're not moving other body parts, right? You're just gonna do your little tailbone there. That's right. So in Tai Chi training, you're gonna hear me mention about tailbone all the time. Okay. All right. Moving up to your lumbar. Next up to on your spine. We're gonna do a side stretch. Okay. So side stretch. You're gonna shift to the right. Stay here and stretch to the left. And easy does it is the key. Easy does it. So you start to learn less is more. So in Tai Chi training, this less is more concept, right? And we're gonna flow through this. That was 2 times already. 3, easy does it. 4, 5, and the other side, go to the left, stay here, and stretch to the right. 6, you always ease into it. And then slowly approaching to your current range of motion, right? So the goal obviously is not, you're gonna train, so you're not under training, but overtraining is definitely, we avoid overtraining. So you need to know about yourself, discover your boundaries right now, and approach with ease. There. Excellent. So when the body's at ease, it's when it feels safe. It will consider growing. It will consider it. So that's why it's very important to set the stage for organic growth. Okay. When you tense up, yeah, that's a different outcome. Okay. So all right. Moving up to your thoracic portion of the spine. So where you're gonna set a structure, we're gonna set a structure like such. We're gonna work with the chest and upper back because this is this portion, and we have this shifting forward. You can feel you're stretching your chest a little bit, and then you shift back, and you want to feel your upper back being stretched. Okay, there you go. 2, 3, 4. So for non-babies, your alignment, your secret power should be with you when you do this, and your structure should be dual track. Now we go to the other corner. 6, 7. So Tai Chi training talk about Yi, mind, Qi, energy, Li, force. So the trinity of this, the first is your Yi, your mind intention. So clear the mind, know what you're doing. Remember, we're doing chest, upper back. So each time you're gonna be goal oriented, because always focus to what you are doing, right? Why you're doing it. That gives the soul to every movement. Okay, moving on, we're getting to our shoulders. So shoulders, we don't do a typical rotation, right? We do drops. So there's a forward drop, and there's a backward drop. Okay, and then forward drop, backward drop, because most people have their shoulder up, forward and up. Most people have that over time. So we are reversing that aging process. We are reversing this posture, right? Simply just upgrade the posture, and we're reversing aging. Very simple. Okay, it's not complicated. Sit down, especially the second one. So this is a down, second one, and one more. So this is a shoulder drops. Keep shoulders down. Yeah, reinforce that original down. All right, there you go. Yes, lots of people already having a lot of issues with shoulders. So we're returning to our useful state. Okay, all right, next. So we're gonna start with generic. Just gently drop your neck forward and back, side and side. Very gentle is the key. And rotate all around. And reverse. And we're gonna do a crane neck. Okay. Crane neck is you have your chin down and out and up and in very gently, please. And it's a vertical circle, so go ahead and go through it. So we're gently stretching, releasing our vertebra on our neck here in this plane, right? This is this plane. And then reverse, easy does it because it's small muscles here on the neck, cartilage. So be gentle. Right. First rule is do no harm, right? Because if we injure ourselves, it is going to be a very energetically expensive process to recover. So always train in a group setting with your personal measurement and your personal current fitness level. It's very important to always have this is our class rule number one. Number one rule, okay, is to turn into a personal training within a group class setting, okay? So keep that in mind and honor yourself. All right, so we're gonna do more. For the neck, we're gonna do a side stretch by looking back, but we're gonna coordinate with hands opening, so it's a little more involved. We can do it. We're gonna do 12 counts, just practicing counting actually, and we're gonna start on the right. All right, side stretch, look back and open hands, and ready. So we're gonna turn to look back from the right, 一 and forward, 二 the other way, 三 forward, 四 right, 五 forward, 六 left, 七 forward, 八 right, 九 forward, 十 left, 11 forward, 12. So after 10, you just pile up the 1, 2, 3, 4 again, okay? Simple, that's why we just do 12. Okay, great. So we already did the neck, and next, we're gonna do what we call the arm throws. So basically, simply, you're throwing your arms down, right? So this is a very important skill. It's called the letting go. So the skill of letting go the dead weight, right? Just baggages, whatnot. Sometimes past trauma, hiding, right? Just practice letting go. You see the completeness of it. See, completeness, both. So it's an important, valuable skill. So forgive and trust the divine and just let go. There. One more. It's so nice to do this. Yes? Okay. You go to China in the park, you're gonna see the arm throw group, arm throwing group in the park. They'll be doing one move and one move only, which is this move, okay, around the tree or something. So it's that powerful, okay? It's very effective. All right, moving on. Elbow rotation. Elbow rotation. I don't know about that sweatpants. I think it's kind of hot. but but it's preventing the mosquito bite better. Let's put it that way. So there's always like pros and cons, right? Okay, elbow rotation, the key is to stabilize your elbow. Your elbow is going to be right here and here. So you're not moving your elbow so much because you're only moving your forearm around your elbow. So you're working on this star, okay? This star. So let's do it. 一、二、三、四、五 reverse, 六、七, and full range of motion, meaning you got to hit all your clock, all your numbers on your clock, including, see, all the way down here, all the way up and side, same way. If you notice your two arms are not listening to you the same way, it's very natural. Okay, we may have a strong one and a weak one. That's okay. So just keep working at it. And wrist rotation is our last star, wrists. So we're gonna do a 2-loop move for the wrist, not single loop, single rotation. So we're gonna have a first loop, let's say inner, and you stretch your wrist, you go another loop outer. So it's an infinity sign for this one. Eventually, your move all become infinity symbol in Tai Chi, like your Kwa. So this is okay, and reverse. You see the 2 loops continuously right there. Okay, excellent. Okay, and that's our 7 stars. We did plenty of it, 4 of them. And we're gonna go to the next part. We're gonna do extra neuron training. So neuron training is, you know how neuron works all the way through the body, motor units. And it looks like we're gonna do hands movement, but really it's for the brain. Before we get to that, first thing first, your first journey, ready, position. So first is to get our alignment reestablished, because we had this as a baby when we first stood up. Yes, nobody could keep us down. We're just gonna stand up. That's right. So then we start to get denatured. We fall from this original life force. So let us rise, realign, reconnect, right? And remember. So first, rooting. We're gonna be rooted. Before get rooted, establish your foundation, which is your shoulder width. Your own shoulder width. You cannot mimic me on this one. You have your own shoulder, so you establish your base and get those feet straight, okay? Straight. And for babies, recommending have toes slightly inward first, just to compensate the decades of standing like toes out like this. So get the toes slightly in and root. So the rooting process is a tangible process. It's not a abstract concept. You actually will start to connect to your whole feet and start grabbing the ground, hugging the ground. So you're gonna start to feel your feet start to arch a bit, just like the feet started between the 2 feet. It's like you sucked onto the ground, into the ground. So there's actual forces you exert. You can do very gentle, okay? Train at your own fitness level. Remember, you can do more, right? Depends how long you've been training. So the foot from this become clawed in, okay? Clawed in. And feel your toes, your heels, and the outside half of your soles. Yeah, that arching process, you sense it, okay? So Tai Chi training is a sensation training. Your mind and body must connect. You demand the body to connect with the mind. So your mind tell the routing, and the body's feet and ankle follows it, knee follows it, your leg's gonna arch gently outward. The knee's always unlocked when you stand, right? But you actually activated feet and then legs. So both feet and legs now become Tai Chi feet and Tai Chi legs. Now you have potential power built in there, ready to go. So moving up, now you come up to your hips. So the hips gonna rotate a little bit to allow the tailbone to also root. So how do you root the tailbone? It tuck downward. Downward, down is the key. You need to align with gravity. So there's earth, and earth is gravity. So go ahead. So the whole lower body from lower dantian below is rooted by going downward, right? You can feel it. So you're anchored your spine already. So the base, the lower portion, the earth part taken care of, that's called rooting. And then uplifting. So we're going to your rooftop. So this is a process before anything powerful can happen. Any powerful change can happen is first to get to this ready position. It's that important. I call it the journey before all journeys, right? So there you go, rooted, uplifted, and this requires focus and requires you to go inside and stay inside. And Heaven's Door is on the very top of your crown. So it's on the back. The peak is in the back. It's not in the front. So it's there. That's your Heaven's Door point, aka Bai Hui point. So that point need to be located first and gently lifted up. And if you lift up the right spot, your chin will gently tuck down, like it's hooking down when you pick up the Heaven's Door. Okay. Your throat is perfectly protected, governed, and Heaven's Door is up. So sense that from within you. Sense it. So this is where you can feel your spine is definitely gently elongated. You're probably like a 1/4 inch taller at this moment. There. So feel it, sense everything. Take physical note, mental note, and your neck and your lower back both are stretched, right? They're a little longer, both your lower back, the curve, and the neck. They're like this. This is what happens. So now your spine is activated, potentiated, and safer because your vulnerability of your neck and your lower back now is at a better place. There. Just take it all in, feel it. Because if you go through this as beginners, this is a journey. You want to detail it. You want to just your checklist. You go one at a time until it becomes your default. So this is a very important journey. Okay. And then center. So this is a rooting, uplifting. Even better, you can imagine an invisible cord with a hook falling down from the sky, and your Heaven's Door is back on that hook. Okay. And then the third part is centering. So centering can be a process. Most people stand on their heels. So this is where the courage to center, the courage to center. So you must get out the back position. You got to move towards the middle of your feet. So the training of all these, also including what I call the ex-human training, because you're going to start to develop vision. Vision, you don't need to look, you can have it. You just have the vision in you, right? So the vision is a cross between your 2 feet, and there's a center cross point. And you're going to ask your spine to move and stack it above that center cross point. So you must take that journey to get there. So you feel you're shifting to the middle of your feet, because often people would start feeling they're going to fall forward. That's why they're always holding back, because they're afraid they're going to fall forward. You're far from falling forward. You will not. You're only centering. Okay? So you go ahead and center it, because the centering part is relating to humanity energy. And earth, heaven, humanity. For humanity, centering is the best place to be. Non-biased, no favorites, just centered. There you go. So it's most challenging for us. So take this little journey, get there, and then just guard that center. There you go. Rooted, uplifted, centered. Now you are in your power state. This is the power place, not the post-birth power, more muscles and whatnot. This is the pre-birth light force you were given. This is what got you stood up the first time. And so remember that, right? That pure, just pure life force right there. When you're in this rooted, uplifted, centered alignment, this is where you tap into, reconnect into. As you train, you may feel, once you get there, you have a thrill. You have a goosebumps, like you just refreshed your computer screen. It's like a thrill. That's what it is. Pure youth, just right there. So you can do ready position meditation first thing or last thing of the day and night, just to replug into your prenatal power, right? And remember how it was, how that was. So this is your power state, and then we also gonna cultivate your next state would be your efficiency state. So you're gonna be in this power state, but train and cultivate trust. So trust more, have faith. Trust more into this alignment, and then let go more. So the efficiency state is a trusting and letting go process, right? So stay on the hook, stay rooted, stay centered, and let go. So that means shoulders down, arms falling, armpits hollow, elbows soft, hands downward, fingers naturally separated, and chest emptied downward, upper back loosened downward, waist just loosened, and your quad, hips and pelvic, this whole structure in that middle, just stretching downward. So we're just hanging down from this divine heavenly hook, plugged into earth, like a human shaped balloon. Just loosened, eased. There you go. So that's your efficiency state. It's most challenging, in my opinion, to cultivate this ease, this looseness. We'll continue to do it. Continue to have challenges, but continue to let go baggages. So there you go. So just feel, just sense everything. Sense everything. Take all in, take your notes. As we train, this will become your new default. Whenever you stand or sit, if you sit, upper body is the same. So this is it, and gets easier and easier, right? You're gonna feel the difference. All right, so this is a ready position. I made it very long to go to details. I know there are babies online. So it's called a ready position. First journey before all journeys, right? And this is a internal hero's journey between you and the you only. Nobody can do this for you. I am only your committed, loving guide. Okay, you must take this journey. All right, excellent. All right, now we're gonna get into Tai Chi state because in Wuji, it's almost in Wuji state here. You're just hanging there. It's just blissful, but Earth must go on. So let's go into Tai Chi state. So Tai Chi, we're gonna start feeling some real physical power. And the nozzle is here, your lower dantian, the physical energy center, your middle, your center, right? So we're gonna go through this filling in process, just like you're gonna slowly blow up the balloon. So we're this human-shaped balloon. We're gonna start feeling some power. And imagine that, because this is your new skill, right? You can have a vision, you can make it happen, you can manifest. So there you go. We're gonna start. So called power on. We're gonna start the power on and inflate, right? So you see how the air goes in from here, left, right, from back, up, down. You see how the fingers start to perk a little, arm perk a little, your whole body, and then it's gonna, as it fill in more, it started to perk more. Arms popping forward, it's spiraling, popping forward, led by the middle finger, and the spine is stretching backward, because remember the air goes in from the center. So feel just that, feel it, right? You can feel all around you're stretching outward. So the balloon is officially stretch outward, blown out. So you give the force to blow it out, right? There you go. You can feel it. Now you're beyond your baseline. You're beyond your baseline, meaning now you have counteractive force waiting. It's a secret power. You can feel it's going to go right back to it. You're going to hold out. So there's a whole body isometric resistance training. So seal the nozzle there and make sure your shoulders still down, elbows still gently dropped, and you sit your wrist for baby, sit your wrist a little bit to help you to feel your energy goes all the way to the tips, okay? All perked. And we're gonna go through some neuron exercise on the fingers. First, eagle claws. So eagle claws, because you can see right now, you have all arteries. Look at the arteries you have, because this is what Tai Chi practitioner become, all arteries. We're just a structure of arteries, right? Flexible power, soft power. Okay, so first, eagle claw is unlike your Tai Chi hands. Look, they're straight, they're hard, and palms are even hard. So eagle claws, see? And then back to Tai Chi hands. So the brain gotta kick in gear and switch. And then tiger claws. So strong knuckles, right? And Tai Chi hands. Arteries again. And then Tai Chi fist. So a Tai Chi fist is not your typical hard fist. It's a hollow fist, right? And it's flexible. It's like a super rubber hammer. You can feel it. So again, flexible power, right? And Tai Chi hands back to your arteries. And hook hands. Hook hand is actually moving your power towards the wrist, and your hands actually down, fingers together, and you remain shoulders down, elbows dropped, and your arms stretched, right? But arched. There you go. Excellent. And Tai Chi hands again. So we're going to do a second round faster. Eagle claws, Tai Chi hands. Tiger claws, Tai Chi hands. Tai Chi fist, Tai Chi hands. Hook hands, and Tai Chi hands. And more for the brain. 1, 2, 3, 4, one finger at a time. You need to hold a raw egg in your hand, one each hand. And so your brain must produce the perfect pressure to hold these egg without breaking them or dropping them. So that's the job for the brain. And your thumbs are up, and you're gonna have your thumbs fall to you, slow. They fall to you while the eggs are still there. Make sure the egg's still there. And second round, slower. Always challenge yourself. Break your own record. Okay, and fast. Yeah, come in anytime. And faster. So always challenge, right, your boundaries there. And then the thumb's gonna bow to each other. Only the top knuckle, I don't know, you can see it with my gloves. Only the top knuckle. Bypass the base one, go to the very top. One knuckle bow. They bow to each other, slow and then slower. Your eggs must be still there. So challenge the brain and fast. Only one knuckle and egg still there. And then faster. Yeah, I know my left hand is always the one. Like, okay. That's why train, get sharper and more youthful. And then when you return, you're gonna return one finger at a time. The ring finger is most challenging. One, the others are easy and then fast. And then back to your arched structure, right? You got your Tai Chi hands, Tai Chi arms, Tai Chi legs, Tai Chi spine, Tai Chi feet. Because we're not using feet, you're gonna first feel the fatigue on your feet if you're actually rooted. Everybody's like, okay, my feet are dying. All right, I would say congratulations. Finally, they're back alive. Okay, all right. So, changing posture without leaking out any air or inner power, right? Air is kind of like that, your inner power in the balloon. So, you change to a different posture, you feel your still power just like before. There, right? So, in Tai Chi, you're going to learn many moves. So, tons of Kodak moments like a posture. And it should be always have a baseline power, right? Baseline. So you decide how much you fill in this balloon. Then you seal the nozzle, right? No loopholes, no weakness. Just continue, see? Continue feel that inner power in you. So you're still rooted, uplifted, centered, and eased and focused there. And recommit to the focus and recommit your inner power, sinking it down to your lower dantian because they tend to scatter. Raise up, sink it back down to your lower dantian, which is 2-3 fingers below your navel. Just recenter. Then we can let go our arteries, powerful arteries, and go back to no polarity, Wuji state. That's the best place. Okay, but you can hydrate to for your fascia because this is a lot of a very deep fascia training. And so you get a sip wherever you are. If you're home, if you're in the office, wherever you are, get a little sip. You don't need to gulp. You just need to give something because fascia is in need of this hydration as we are we're going through demolition. We're reconstructing. So fascia connects and wrap into your whole body, right? Your muscles all wrapped, your bones all wrapped, tendons, cartilage, even your organs. You think it's just a surface training? No. It is inside out. The whole of you are all connected, wrapped by your fascia, okay? And it's reforming. It's detaching somewhere, retaching somewhere because as you start restructure, they had to let go and build up somewhere. So it's a major reconstructing process. And as you aligned, the powerful optimization of the being, it's so strong for people who are already pretty well. It may not be as like that, like so strong for people who had a lot of pain, bad posture, about to get surgery. Just a simple realignment, it's like an instant pain gone. I have many private students, just like a minute, just get to this place. Oh my God, pain's gone. Yes, pain's gone because you just get back to your authentic, original place that you were created, designed to be. Okay, thank you very much. Just release all that deviations, right? And hurting the body. Body's not built for those. Body's built for this. You can feel that remembrance, right? Get back to that baby. Ah, what a bliss. Yes. And they do grow pretty fast. Once they aligned, they start training, grow quite fast. If you regularly train, okay, if you do it, you gotta focus and drill the the good alignment, not drill the bad one. Okay, drill the bad one. That's like, okay. That's why people got where they got surgeries already. Okay, there you go. We're gonna do some fascia training, just a little bit, and then we're gonna do Tai Chi walking. Okay, we got some time. So our fascia training are pretty basic. Ready position is already a fascia training, but it's just to get us back to our original alignment, really. So step one, like journey before journey. Then let's do a little bit of fascia training. So you already know, right? From here is where you're gonna get your power in. So when we power on, when we say power on, we start this inflating process. Inflating. So you need to give some active force to stretch yourself out, right? So you go to a new baseline. Right now you're at a baseline. When you stand, this is your baseline. If you do nothing to increase this baseline, you're not training much, right? So there, you're gonna need to put in something. So when you start inflate, you can feel the balloon is powering on, filling in, and we're gonna show a little bit of more power, right? That was a little, and we're showing more. So this is a lot of actually quite a bit of a power demonstrating from you. I'm just blown up like right now. I can feel this stretchy outwardly. I produce myself because this is a self-produced. So you need to kind of feel that stretch outward all around. See, it's stretching forward. See the spine and up, down. So you are tangibly stretched outward all around. So that is the training. So then you seal the nozzle. This is much new baseline established. You seal the nozzle. You're gonna feel you always have that. So internally you are already training, right? Then externally, holding down. This is called the holding down invisible balls. So externally, you have force you overcoming. So that's the external resistance training, right? You have internal and external, both self produce. Or you can imagine you have a trainer called a shadow. So he's giving you resistance, you're overcoming, right? You can have a smaller ball or bigger ball because the more resistance, the more force you have to project to overcome it. So you're pinning this balls down, heaven's door is up. Internally, you still have that isometric training within. The isometric is the counteractive force there, right? It's the eccentric face. It's very, very effective in resistance training. The most effective is eccentric, right? So there. So you hold out that eccentric, you're holding out that stretchiness, and then you're adding external training. Because when you overcome, you're not overcoming partially with your hands or arms. You always overcoming with your whole structure. So one thing moves, everything moves. It's like one of the very basic Tai Chi principles is wholesome, right? All inclusiveness. You use your whole structure to overcome, to take a load, right? That's why the concept of 1 ounce trump the ton, right? Because you're using the whole structure, others just using a portion. How strong can one hand be? But a structure can be indestructible if you're very flexible, if you are elastic, right? So this is a basic fascia training. The substance is first you must activate your fascia beyond your baseline a little. You can just do very gentle, meaning that stretched outward feeling, and then you hold on to that, you sustain it. Then you add to this external training that you are overcoming, continuously overcoming, right? It can be a light one, it can be a more training. It depends how well, how long you've been doing this, how strong you are. You find your own fitness level and you train accordingly. So definitely no overtraining, but undertraining is not helpful, right? So here's the basic training, just two, let's say position. You have a ball holding down position and you have we call open or blossom, right? And this one, some people say close because close to yourself. Release. There. So basic fascia training, you add external resistance. All right, I don't know, people want to move or something, go ahead. You're good? Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of Tai Chi walking, okay? So we're gonna do Tai Chi walking. All right. Just a little bit, okay? So Tai Chi walking, before the walking, usually if you're baby, your first is to establish your alignment and start to become qua oriented. So qua is right, this is your qua, okay? It is not just your hips. So including your hips, the joint, the star, but the pelvic structure, whole structure. So this is the commander, this is the general. These are soldiers, arms, soldiers, following instruction, right? So this goes that way, right? We're going that way, okay? Going that way, and this is if we're in place. Qua orientation is a marking of a Tai Chi practitioner. We're qua oriented, the rest of the world ankle oriented. Okay, so we're like boom, we're just at a more superior place because this is the center. Your balance just for this one thing, it's gonna be, you just can't fall. You just can't fall because if you're qua oriented, your qua is right, making sure I'm to this leg, I'm going to that leg, we're gonna fall. You cannot fall. You had to throw yourself overboard to fall, okay? So qua orientation. So when you spin, right? Qua spin. This is a spin. It's called a spin. But our secret power is always our alignment. So if you spin, you fall apart your alignment, you're only as powerful as your alignment. So train to be very qua oriented, but the prerequisite is always guard your alignment. Guard your alignment, guard your alignment as you spin. And I'm already shifting. So shifting is power shifting to one leg more, one root more, the other root more. So this is called the shifting. So during the shifting, same thing. Cannot sway the integrity of your alignment is being challenged anytime you start moving, right? Because stand there, even it's challenging, but you can get there. And once you start moving, now with our alignment, your power is challenged. So spin, shift, your awareness is like my qua, right? Qua, qua, right? So shift, and your first priority is always your alignment. Always remember you're only as powerful as your alignment. So this is a very, very basic training. A lot of time people you could jump onto a form practice, but you got no power. You're just like on empty there. So it's not a gym. If it's a dance, it's great. It's an art. It's beautiful. But we're talking about Tai Chi training here. So Tai Chi principle is always above everything else, right? So learn to do the spifting, which marks all your future Tai Chi movement. It's always a spifting move. Tai Chi moves is always meant to be a spifting, spin, shift, spift, our own word. A spifting move because the linear is gone. In Tai Chi training, you start to train to let go the linearness and go into spiral, torus, looping patterns. So it's always so as you move, it's always a spifting move. It's always deliver the power like a drill or a bullet instead of a stick poking or something. It's always penetratively. And it's very, very natural as if you check out nature, it's all of it is like in that pattern. So this is a very, very basic, but you know your alignment is your power. So first find your center and then guard it. Guard this alignment like your life is dependent on it, and it is, right? So this is a very basic, I know it's basic training, but can you do it with preserved secret power? That's the key. And then Lineage is going to teach you how to move your, changing the direction of your qua. Also, your foot can go with it. So the Lineage training is shift to the root, so you can lightly scrape. This may be a little hard, but you still can do it, right? You see how you can still do it? You just go, right. And it's not picking up the foot to do it. It's shift to the heel. You put your root to the heel so you can easily just, your foot are rooted. Remember, they clawed like a new moon, like a sideways horseshoe under your feet. It's completely internal. Nobody can, well, you can tell because look, I'm like this. You see my leg and my feet? So when you go, it's a very light scrape on the out, like a curved earth, like your toes, your heels, and the outside. Like it's like this. It's like this. It's like you're this. So you just lightly scrape over, but it doesn't look it. It looks like this, but it's internally like that. So this is this is a completely internal. All right, let's see if this would work after I put back in. I hope you still can hear me. Okay, right. So this is your very basic training. You first start out. So Tai Chi walking is starting from this qua orientation, alignment, reinforce, and lineage base is like, how can I change the direction? I just did. Right there with 50% of my power on it. You don't need to like free it up and turn. You just turned. Right? You're stable, not there. So this is an internal training. Maybe you need to like drill out sometimes. But if you know the nuance, the internal secret, it's just going to be right there. Okay. And then the shifting, right? You see that? Spin, shift, shift back, spin back, spin. We're all talking about this qua, all the stars are following, right? We just release the hand, so not the arm, but we're definitely, you can see all the stars go with the qua and shift, shift, back, shift, spin, shift, shift, spin, spin, shift, shift, spin. So these are singular. Your future move is going to be a spiffed in one shot, okay? So this is an isolated spin, shift. So basic training, you can break down and train. And then eventually, when you do your move, they're always spinning and shifting at the same time, always at the same time. So this is how you start out. This is your open feet. You establish from your ready position called the open feet stance. A stance, shoulder width, feet straight, rooted, right? And as you start moving, you got new structures that you're training with. And as you go 100%, you must double down this root because you're going to stand on one leg. So you're training to get this leg stronger so you can remove the second root, right? You're going to stand on this leg, a clean pick up by the knee, a clean pick up. And if you're beginner, you allow to put on the floor, and this is called a T stance. It looks like a capital T. How to make a capital T? You must unclam the knee. If you clam, it's not a T, it's a V. So want to make sure the knee is open, you have a T. You have a T. Advanced people probably just do an airborne T, right? When you're beginner, you just, yeah, go ahead, put it on the floor. So it's a T stance. And 100%. Need to be clean. No pushing by the ankle. Remember, you quad oriented. You got to move the quad by both legs until 100%. So you can do a clean one. And you can certainly, you're allowed to put on the floor, but the clean one and the knee. No clamming. Completely ease. There. Okay. So the next stage is vision again. Special skill of seeing without looking, right? You see them. So what do you need to see? 2 tracks in front of your 2 feet. One for the left foot, one for the right foot. So you're going to always have that vision in you. You remember now where it is, because there's no line for you. Maybe for Ravio has a line. So that must be trained. You must train to have this map. You know the corner direction, the main direction. Where's the other track? Where is the other track? It's very, very imperative for you to know. So there, we're going to do it. For the Tai Chi walking, we're going to do it. You need to find the other track, okay? There. So let's just say we start on this side, and 45-degree is a good setup angle. It's law of geometry, okay? Law of physics, law of geometry. So go ahead. And 100%. Clean. 100% meaning you stand on one leg, you pick up this knee, and you T, right? And then where is other track? Where is the other track? If you remember, we're going to the second part of the setup, not to power yet, to just set up. So setup is you set up angle stuff. You set up the geometry. You pray you set it up to your favor, right? So you need to find the other track, and you need to also know your fitness level, flexibility level, so you don't overextend. You just set up on the other track, comfortable for your fitness level, and pointing to the direction that you want to go. And slowly, power forward. You see how the shifting of the quad is happening. You're spinning and shifting forward with measure. Where is your other track? That is your other track. Move over. Do you see me? Am I here? So other track is for your own, either hip width or shoulder width. So you need to find it. And it's not about length. It's about width. It's about closer to you, but wider. This is for any beginners, one hurdle to overcome. Some takes long time somehow to get there. So start the vision and find the other track and set up on the other track. Then you power deliver into a measured structure. It's called a frontal bow stance. You're going to use this the most in the future. If you cannot do a good frontal bow, all your future movement is going to be compromised because the power is ground up from your legs. If you don't have a good structure, so this is the width, okay? This is the length. This is the width. Your width, 1 inch width, is always trumping the 1 inch, 2 inches, 1 foot longer. So here, and frontal bow it's mostly used when you deliver power forward. You can see it's a strong stance. So your front knee gonna bend right by the neck of the big toe, and your back leg's gonna straight, and your quad's gonna be frontal. Of course, your alignment is gonna be with you. So this is a frontal bow, okay? And then the next frontal bow, next step forward, we're just doing a forward Tai Chi walking, okay? Very, very basic. In the form, mostly you're moving forward, mostly. So vulnerability, because you need to move your quad 100% to this leg now. So you're building up this leg because it's going to hold your body weight by itself. Once you're 100%, you can cleanly pick up the knee and you're allowed to tee on the ground, but you're standing on this leg and you need to find the other track. The challenge is, where is it? Isn't that your white line? It's giving you RVO. So you got that nice and easy. Other people had to figure it out. You see the width. So make sure you have the width. Also make sure you understand what is a setup. Setup meaning you're not giving your power out yet. You're setting up. So you set up on the other track, foot straight forward. Now you're ready to power. And how do you power? You're going to power your quad in a spifting motion and with measure. So you're going to stop at some point. You're not under like this. You actually are powering forward, but you're going to stop by the neck of the big toe. There. And back leg looks straight with unlocked knee. And your quad need to turn frontal. Excellent. Open feet stance. That's right. So we just did 2 steps forward. So you had a feeling of both sides. And you have a T stance that you encounter. You have a frontal bow stance. Okay. So we're going to very, very basic training, but work on the quality because you can go through the motion easily, right? But the quality of it is what matters. And we're going to do the form next. So the form, this is all called the deep work. So in class, we have deep work and we have flow work. So deep work, completed, accomplished, trained, we're going to flow. So we're going to do the form next. When we do form, it's just flow, flow, flow. Yes, let's just flow. We'll do foundation Tai Chi form level 1, has 6 shi, okay? And we're going to just do 3 counts for each and ready position. Let's enjoy this in body, mind, and spirit. Rooted, uplifted, centered, eased, focused, internal, beginning of Tai Chi. Power on, start inflating a little more, open, blossom. Seal the nozzle, hold down your invisible balls. Heaven's door is up. First shi, hold your chi. Sit down your tailbone, hug, hold, embrace a chi ball, like a ball, a beach ball. Yi. Breathe from your lower dantian through your whole body, every pore, right? R. Focus on your lower dantian and this ball of chi, which means air or energy. San. Second shi, stretch your chi. Slowly inhale outward power. Slowly exhale, hold in inward power. So very basic training. One thing moves, everything moves. R. Feel it. Your whole structure is changing shape. Sun, and you have a shadow trainer give you resistance, or you just self-apply, okay? And you already have an internal, right? And number 3, yo-yo your chi. So this is a up and down power, right? You lift up, you press down, both with your whole structure. And little loop at the end. There you go. Feel the whole body is lifting. Feet, legs, spine, and pressing. Excellent. Number 4 is coming up. Extend your cheeks. Extend. We're going to do more here. So we're going to spiral out, up, in with the Tai Chi fist, and you're going to extend with your Tai Chi hands and still preserving your arteries. And continuously inhale, exhale, in again, out again. Feel that, feel the inner power you filled in, and also the overcoming. Externally, you're overcoming. Internally, you're also overcoming because you hold out that stretching, right? That stretching you did at the very beginning of the form. So both inner, outer, whole body resistance training, stretching, and you're in zone 1 for sure. If you train harder, it's zone 2. So all wonderful training zones for cardio. And of course, it's almost meditative, right? You can meditate with the move. And next, cross arm first in the front. Outside hand goes up, inside hand goes down. White crane spreads its wings. And the white crane crosses its wings. Spreads its wings. So it's like you're holding up heaven, hold on earth. And cross and guard your secret power. Guard your alignment, guard your center. So the low hand comes up outside, see? You have a cross shield. And then it goes up, the other one goes down. So this is how we alternate. We do one more round. The low hand, see, comes up from outside and go on, up, and the other one down. Last one. Low hand comes up outside and then continue on, and the other hand goes down. See? Feel indomitable. And then number 6 is coming. That was white crane, right? This is a coil. See the arms coiling, rotating. And you back to your shoulder width, shoulder height, reset. Number 6 is you're going to rock your boat. Okay? So this is where you actually will move. One step, make one forward step, but the direction is we're going to spin leftward to this corner direction. And you're going to allow your arm to coil, hand rounding. And you spiff your quad to your right leg. 100%, sink down to your own fitness level. You may have a T here. And you need to find your other track. And it's going to be a corner direction. A corner direction. So it's challenging. But once you set up, you're going to go into your pushing phase. See? You push your little bow into your frontal bow stance. And then you coil. You pull. You pull back. Now you have, well, sit stance. You didn't get to train that today, but you probably already know it. So it's a closed circuit. You're drilling a push and the pull, right? So there's the push. Feel both legs, both feet, and your alignment with you. Pull. Alignment with you, sit stance. So it's more challenging now because you're definitely moving now. So drill this. You can drill this at home, and the alignment is your number 1 priority. Spin face front, shift your weight to the right leg 100% so you can go back to your open feet stance. And then reset your whole fascia and spin to this corner direction, coil, round, And spiff your quad to your left leg this time, 100%. Sink down and find your other track and set up for the direction, corner direction. So when you push, you're pushing into this corner direction. And you end with your frontal bow stance. Very quantified, right? Disciplined power channeling. You're channeling, you're pushing forward, right? But it's always safe and balanced. So you have stances to help you. Here's a sit stance, and you're getting into your frontal bow stance, and you pull back to your sit stance, push, see? Just a drill for the two stances, also to test out your alignment, the integrity, your strength of the integrity of your alignment that you're building up. So this is a very basic training, but this is definitely more challenging. And one more. Focus on the alignment, the quality of the stances, and spin, shift, back to shoulder width, and reset. And keep your power in and hold down your invisible balls. Heaven's door still up. And focus your inner power. Still rooted, uplifted, centered, eased. Present. Sink your inner power back to your lower dantian. Let go your Tai Chi arteries back to Wuji. No yin-yang polarity. Oneness state. It's finished in infinity. Well done. Wow. You're getting hot here? Okay, let's close the session. We have a closing. So have a wider stance, horse stance, and we're going to slowly inhale, exhale towards the lower dantian. Again, in, gather, out, center. Again, in and out. We're going to do lower dantian breathing right here. In, so abdominally, diaphragm. Exhale. Again, in, out. So become a ab breather. In and out. We only do 3 times. You can do more at home. Rub your hands. Cover your eyes with them to give some extra energy to the eyes. Counter the artificial blue light invasion. Then you're going to acupressure all over your face. Yeah. If you're home, you don't have all these gears, or they don't have that many gears. I still have another class. I think I'm prepped. Because you are only going to be as effective as you prep. All right, so you got the face, the skull, so we keep our mind and appearance youthful. Yes, Tai Chi practitioners embrace all these usefulness. Okay, your neck gently press and pull, and arteries and veins, and thyroid, and tonsil. All right, inside arm up, outside arm down. We have a lot of meridians. Yes, and extra love for the knees. Well, inside leg up, outside legs down, back of the legs up. I just noticed there's a thing. I didn't even step on it. How nice. Okay, so you're gonna do this shifting motion. It's basic training, basically. and you will spift with your secret power. That is our secret, because it's not a wobbling. It will never be. It will always be a power action, because when you have the alignment, this become a power action. So let go. So the arms can be, elbows can be soft. And so it will pat yourself actually effortlessly, right? Meridians, organs, low, middle, high, eventually go to your shoulders. So you can pat yourself on your shoulders. Good job. Good job. Good job. Always do that, because I can't do it physically to you one-on-one, but it's important to have this good job self-affirmation for showing up for yourself and for the group, and for training with our training motto of commitment, diligence, excellence, and modesty. Yes, that's it. And we will do gratitude at the end. So that means feet together, heaven, earth together. And you will bow and say, 谢谢师父 to me. 谢谢. Great job. And then you're going to bow to 谢谢 each other. 谢谢师兄 to Robert. Bow and say 谢谢师兄 to Robert. 谢谢师姐 to Rachel. 谢谢师姐. There's the info sheet. You can refresh your memory. Yes, so we do all this at the end of the class to thank each other. All right. Great job, everybody. Excellent. Yes. And well, thank you for being a part of the practice. And oh, still live. I apologize. I touched the calendar. It got me to a different place. All right. Bye-bye. Goodbye. To you. Qigong class next.